Okay, hello everyone. I'm here live. I announced it on my Facebook page, and yeah, that was a few things I wanted to talk to. This live stream is not going to be very long. And let me see here. I was trying to. Uh-oh, I guess I can't do this while I'm on here. Me. Let me try something else here. I'm going to start in a few more minutes. I was just going to see if anybody, some people will be coming on board. But there was something I was trying to do here on this tab. Uh-oh. I know I'm still on there. I'm just checking out something on this tab. Well, nope, I can't go that way. Uh-oh. And let me, I'm about to close out this one. Just think I hit the wrong button here. Let me see here. I think I disconnected myself. I'm not sure if I'm on here or not. I'm going to close this one out and restart again. I think I might have cut myself off. Let me get back in here. I'm going to start another live stream in a minute, okay? Let me see here. Okay, let me see here. I think I'll log myself out. Trying to get back in here. Okay. Okay, here I am. Okay, I think I'm back on here now. I was playing around with this thing. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start. I was just fooling around with this thing, trying to learn how to use it. Today I wanted to talk about two things, the Indigenous insight, and also I was going to talk about the reparation. I did an earlier video about the HR 40 reparation. I got this idea from Lisa Cabrera. She's another fellow YouTuber, and I just thought I'll do another, touch on that and expand upon it. I went to the actual website and looked at the actual proposal. I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing, but I did skim through it and I did look at the introduction. If you look at my video, I did share my insight and what I thought about it. And I just wanted to see what you all think about the reparations. And what do you think about the proposal? Do you think the proposal touched on enough? Is slavery the only thing that's should be covered in reparation? Or do you think that it should be more than slavery? I just thought that they should have added everything and do it as a lump sum, but, it's not set up that way. And I was also talking about the fact that there needs to be more, I think younger people involved, because it's not enough young people involved in making this happen. Our younger generation, everybody's not together like they should be, and it needs to be more of a collaboration. More people need to come together. And I was also thinking too that perhaps, let me see here. I was thinking that maybe perhaps we need more Indigenous insight, because I did another video about our Indigenous, learning more from our past mistakes, from our ancestors, and learning from them. And I think too, I think in the past we were spiritually connected, as with our ancestors, but I think today we're not as spiritually connected as we should be, because we were indoctrinated and everything into what European society has us to believe in. And I think that has a lot. I think we don't prepare too much for the future, and that's part of the problem. We don't, because we focus too much on the here and now, and we don't prepare and think ahead. And I think that has been a big problem that a lot of us had to face. And I think Dr. Martin Luther King, when he thought that us being integrated was the right thing to do, I don't know, I think he didn't have the insight as to how it might affect us later on. And so I think that's something that's lacking in the Black community, Aborigine, aka Aborigine. But I know well, that's what I was saying. And I was just touching on the reparation and everything. I did a video about that earlier, and I just posted it today about how, the reparation is, it focused solely on slavery and not on the whole thing. And I think if you know your history, you go back in the past and see all the injustice that was done amongst our people, you want to incorporate, go further back, and then also go forward as well. And that's what I was talking about in the earlier video. But I think too, I think that's what it is. And I also think too that we need to, like I said, looking more into the spiritual insight, and that's something that's really lacking. And I hope y'all check out my videos. I did one on spiritual insight, and I think it was last week, and then this week I did the reparation. But the spiritual insight is the fact that we don't look at our past, we don't learn from the past mistakes like we should. And I think, I looked at the history of our ancestors. They used to plan ahead, like they were farmers. They used to grow things. They were part of the earth. And since they're part of the earth, they used to harvest their food and plan ahead, and they knew how to plan the food ahead of times and for the seasons and everything. And that's why the the great Caucasian enslaved our people, was because we knew the land very well, and that we had one really good farming techniques and strategies. So that's what I think. I think that's what's going on. We don't have enough spiritual insight like we should, and we don't plan ahead. And I think that's something that we need to work on. And I think also, given the fact that we're so removed from our indigenous, you know, heritage, and not knowing who we are as individuals and knowing our spirituality, that is what keeps us from connecting and knowing what to do for the future. I don't know if that makes any sense to anyone, but I think there's something to it. I really do. I think that we don't connect too much like we should to spiritual insight. We're not using our intuition like we should to plan ahead and to go forward. That's why I was saying we need our younger generation doing more. Right now, all I see is the older generation working hard. Hi, you guys. I see some people coming. I don't know how to do this chat. I'm still learning. Let me see if I can open up this chat window. I don't know if anybody's saying anything, but I think I got it open. List available comments, enter. Let's see here. I'm trying to hit this button here. Not sure if that's what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hi guys, I'm glad y'all came on board. I was just talking about the reparation thing. I did a video about that earlier. Y'all can check it out. And I was just talking about the indigenous insight, how we don't have we don't use insight like we should. And I think that's what we be lacking in a lot of times, is having spiritual insight into planning ahead. We don't plan ahead like we should. And I think too, we're so removed. I was just talking about earlier about how our indigenous, ancestors, they were farmers and everything. And they used to plan ahead in the future and everything. And I don't know how to get y'all back on here. I feel really bad. I'm doing all the talking and y'all don't get a chance to say anything. But y'all can put your comments below. I'm sorry. I still haven't figured out how to get the comments to show up on this side. But, if you can put your comments below, I really appreciate that. I still want to hear from you guys. I really do. I do. But I'm not going to go on and on and on. Like I said, I'm going to keep this live short. But I just want to see what y'all think about, spiritual insight, planning ahead. Do you think it's because we're so removed from our heritage, our indigenous roots? That's part of the reason we've been so heavily indoctrinated and taught that learning how to listen to, like astrology and everything. A lot of people sort of steer away from it because of Christianity. But, some of that stuff is ancient. And I personally believe we should go back to that and learn more from it, because we don't plan very well as a group of people. And I think that's where we always fall short, is not planning and looking forward into the future and knowing what we need to do. We always into the here and now. I guess because of the struggle and everything, we're trying to make ends meet, and and of course the disparity in pay and sometimes educational level. So it makes that where we have to work harder, and we always focus on the here and now. But it would be nice if we can learn how to prepare for the future, because I think that's one of the things some of our ancestors used to do. They used to plan ahead. They were farmers. They used to plan and plant their foods. They had farmlands, And so they plan for their future generation. And we're so far removed, we don't even do that. And I think that's part of the problem. And I think that's part of the problem why the younger generation don't come out as much, because, you know, we don't prepare the younger generation like we should. But leave your comments below. You know, I can ramble on, and I am so sorry. I'm still trying to figure out this thing. I'm gonna keep on reading up on how to do this Google Hangout. And I just want to hear from you guys what you all think. Put your comments below. And till next time, peace, family. Be blessed. Bye-bye.